Hello. Today we're going to talk about transformations. And if you think about like Transformers, the movie Transformers, or the cars that you played with when you were a kid, Transformers changed, right? They changed from their car shape into a robot shape. Now for us, the transformations are going to keep their shape, but they're going to change their orientation or their size. So to transform a shape or figure means to change it. In general, we can change the size, location, and direction that figure is facing. Pre-image and image. The figure before a transformation is called the pre-image, or the original figure. After a transformation, the new figure is called the image. If the pre-image were labeled A, the image would be labeled A with an apostrophe, pronounced A prime. The table below gives an overview of the different types of transformations. Label the pre-image and the image in each example and list any keywords. So the first one is going to be a translation. This is our pre-image. This is our image. And a translation is going to be a slide or a move. We are just moving it to its new place. The second one is going to be a reflection. So the first part B is going to be our pre-image. And B prime is going to be our image. And it's going to be a flip or a mirrored. So just like when you look in the mirror, you can see the eyes are like on the inside and the winky eye is on the outside. So just like looking in the mirror or sometimes in our selfie camera, it flips the image. The third one is going to be a rotation with C prime being our image, C being our pre-image. And our pre-image is the one we started with. This is going to be a turn. And the last one is called a dilation. In this case, our pre-image is this big one here. And our image is the little one. So it went from the big one to the little one, and it's going to be enlarge or reduce. Or we could say shrink and grow. So places that we see transformations in the real world. Translations would be something like a conveyor belt, or the most common place where you're probably going to see it is if you're coding in Scratch. When you're moving your items around your game screen, the image for reflections, you could think about looking in a mirror. Rotations would be a wheel. Dilations, like your eye pupil at the doctor. Congruence refers to whether the pre-image and image have the same size and shape. The orientation of the figure refers to whether the pre-image and image are facing the same direction on the coordinate plane. So congruence is size and shape. Orientation is the direction it's facing. So orientation of the vertices refers to the order in which the vertices are labeled, clockwise or counterclockwise. And vertices are going to be our corners. So for number 1, we have a reflection. Is it congruent? Yes. Reflections are congruent. They're the same size. The figure changed. Whoops. And the vertices changed for the orientation. So the figure itself didn't change. Its orientation changed. Transformation of number 2 is going to be just a translation. It is congruent, and the orientation stayed the same for everything. Number 3 is a dilation. It's not congruent because it changed size, and for something to be congruent, it has to be the same size and same shape. But everything else stayed the same. It's still facing the same direction. And for the 4th one, it's a rotation. It is congruent. The figure's orientation changed, but the order of the vertices stayed the same. So you're going to pause and do numbers 5 through 10. And then on your own. When you're finished, check Schoology for your next assignment.